What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool shit almost every single day. And in today's video, we have a 3-piece mask unboxing, as well as a conversion, and I've never seen someone else even talk about this publicly. The closest thing that I've ever seen to this being acknowledged in the community is by my buddy Kenny Beardy James. He actually posted a photo on Instagram not too long ago, showing a piece that we will be using in this, and it's pretty clear that he was nodding towards the topic that we have at hand in today's video, because the mask itself is upside down, and it's in a strictly Sid Wilson related photo, so shout out to Kenny. So the reason I'm making one big video out of all 3 of these is because I didn't want to shoot an individual video on one of them in particular. I just kind of felt like that would be a waste of time. I think I've done videos on this mask prior, and I think that a lot of other people know about it and have it in their collection, so it's not really that big of a deal. But there is a part 2 to this that gets kind of cooler. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing a conversion, and I've never seen someone else do this conversion. And notice that I keep using air quotations because I'm not sure if it's even a conversion. I don't know how exactly Sid had this set up, but we'll get into that later. Just keep watching. We'll make it through the slow part, and then once we get to the cool part, you guys will know it. So I'm going to set these guys to the side. Guess I'm setting that one to the side also. And we will go ahead and get on into this package, which was sent in by my buddy Ian Moon, who you guys have probably heard on this channel before, especially in Sid Wilson related videos. He has done a couple strap jobs for me on different gas masks, and he is the DJ in the Of the Sick Slipknot tribute band, so I'm sure that most of you guys have heard that name before, and he actually just sent me this mask to be nice, and I'm stoked because the one that I have is yellowing, and now that I have this one, it actually gives me the opportunity to not only replace that one in my set, but to use it for something else and have a nice new shiny white, I guess gray, Sid Wilson Schms gas mask. And like I said, Kobe! I'm pretty certain that a lot of people have seen Sid wearing this mask. He's worn it in interviews, photo shoots, he's even worn it live. And it's just a classic old mask. I honestly wish that he would have worn it more often. I think that it's a very distinct looking gas mask, and it's definitely stand-outish in the Sid Wilson gas mask collection, so I think that it is a killer piece. And like I said, Ian just sent this to me free of charge. Super nice guy. We were actually working on a deal that fell through, and I think he felt bad, so he said, hey, do you want this to replace the one that you have? And I said, fuck yeah, so we have it here now. So shouts to Ian for that. Definitely appreciated, sir. So with that being unboxed and out of the way, I'll go ahead and show you the one that was in my collection, and as you can see, it is pretty yellowed. It's definitely weathered. I've had this thing for longer than I can remember. Honestly, do not remember when I got it, but it's definitely yellowed since getting it, and that's just from where it was stored for a while. And it happens. Old gas masks tend to look like this. It wasn't like I mistreated it by any means, but it happens, and honestly, this will fit the conversion later on in the video perfectly, so I'm not upset about it whatsoever, especially now that Ian sent me this new guy. So we're gonna lay these guys to the side. We'll go ahead and continue the unboxings while I make so much noise that you can't hear me speak. Alright, next up. This one's gonna get kind of tricky because I don't know what came from where. Both of these packages were ordered overseas, and I honestly don't know which one is which, and they showed up on the same day. So we'll just try to be careful getting into that one, and we'll see what one this is. Got a real creepy metallic fucking package here. It's kind of weird. Looks like drugs or something. So we'll open this one up, and we've got yet another bag in a bag. And I'm just gonna check and see what one this is first before I show you guys. Okay, cool. I can show you this one first. This is the one that I wanted to show you first, and it is yet another oops, Schms gas mask. And this one will actually be left completely alone. I'm not going to be doing anything to this aside from attaching a hose to it. And luckily, it came with a hose. It just fell out. So I will be attaching this, leaving it completely alone. That is another Sid variant in my collection that I didn't have because he did technically wear this with the hose during self-titled era. So that's simple enough. Just going to be attaching the hose, setting that to the side, adding it to the shelf later, and we've got one more mask to get into here. Last but not least, we have the mask that makes this video so special. So we're going to go ahead and unbox that, see what we've got, and move along with the conversion. These weird un-American boxes here. Always fucking weird to open. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Oh, sick. It came with a hose too. Fantastic. Da, 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 da. We have an all-black Schms gas mask. But why do we have an all-black version? Because at the House of Masks, we're not racist. No, but seriously, this version is from a photo of Slipknot backstage doing something. They're taking a photo with somebody. It's a group shot, and Sid Wilson is actually holding a white SCHMS gas mask along with a black SCHMS gas mask, and they're like on top of each other, and I personally think that they were combined. I think that he had attached them together somehow, but I have no proof of that. That's why I keep saying conversion, because for the display's sake, I am going to make sure that they don't just fall off of each other, that it's not just set on top of one another, and that it actually is a conversion. They are combined. As far as I know, this is the only photo of this actual mask, although there is another photo of Sid wearing the same exact suit and the same exact mask, holding the hose of the white SCHMS, and unfortunately you cannot see if the black version is attached, but I am assuming that it is because those photos are so close together. Could have literally been one night after the other. And clearly, if he's holding it by the hose with the white mask on top, then the black version could have easily been on the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
As I said, this is just my opinion. I do believe that the masks were attached, but I could definitely be wrong about that, and I'm not sure, so we'll see how this goes. Honestly, I haven't even decided if I'm going to be attaching them or just kind of setting them be. I have to see how the display works out, and I was fairly confident at first, but the more that I think about it, the weirder that it gets to me, so I'm really not sure. But regardless, I will say that I think I'm the first person to do this, and I think that's pretty cool. Not that it's a contest, but it does always feel good to go ahead and knock something out before anyone else does. And speaking of that, I want to go ahead and add on that I don't think I've ever seen someone do this version in their collection, and I've definitely never seen someone have both of them at the same time, both the hoseless and the one with the hose. So I think we're doing two firsts here, which is pretty rad. So without wasting your guys' time any further for a somewhat boring, but in my opinion cool video, let's go ahead and jump on into this conversion. And that starts with adding this hose to this mask, adding this mask to a foam head, and then we'll see what happens. Awkward transition now! Alright, so that is done. It is not going to balance on this table whatsoever, so I'm just going to hold it here for now and just show you that the hose is attached. And the next thing I think we need to do is put the face paint on the mask, because clearly in that photo you can see that there's some sort of black residue painted on the front of the mask there. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Then we will figure out how we want this guy to sit on top. Alright, well that was quick and easy. Seeing as how the photo isn't the greatest and you only have so much to go off of, I think that I've got it close enough, and honestly no one out there can argue that with me because there's only this photo. So now on to the big deal part. The more that I look at the photo, I honestly don't know if they were attached or if Sid was just holding them like that, and I don't feel like ruining these masks in the off chance that they weren't attached. So I will probably just be setting this on top for the display, and that's that. No actual attachments, no risking ruining either of the masks for this. So yeah, let's set them over where they're going to be displayed, and we will prop them up and see how that goes and see how they look, and that will be that. Alright guys, so I came over here and I set this up, and I think that it looks good and everything's good to go, and then I realized while I'm looking at the photo comparing the way that this is sitting, that this hose is a completely different color hose. But luckily for me, I actually have one of the accurate hoses laying around, so I'm going to go grab that real quick, then we'll swap that out, and then we'll be good. And I really just feel like today is not my day. This entire video has been a fucking struggle, so I apologize if I seem irritated. Half of it didn't record the first time, so I had to go back and refilm stuff that just really took me out of it. Now this shit's going on and I'm not feeling it, so I am sorry. But I think that the subject matter of the video and the topic is so cool that I definitely want to get it out to you. So give me a second, let me swap these out, and hopefully my day gets a little bit better. Alright, much better. And clearly I didn't attach these, as I said earlier. I didn't want to ruin the masks, and I think that it still pulls off the look fine. Unfortunately, this is going to have to sit on the side of the Sid Wilson gas mask set, and that's due to the fact that it is so tall it wouldn't actually fit between any of the shelves that I have set up. up here, but I don't think that it looks too bad, especially since he didn't wear this version. It is just kind of like a cool like surrounding thing, so I'm not too upset about that. But yeah, there it is. First one in the world, I think. And now I'm going to go grab the others and we will set them all side by side. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a strictly SCHMS gas mask set, but I believe that I have all of them now, so we'll end the video like that. I'll show off all of these guys individually and as a group, and that will be that. So until next time, thank you guys very much for watching. Sorry that this one wasn't the greatest. Really hard to hide your mood when so much shit has gone wrong in such a short amount of time. But yeah, the next one will be better, and I promise we've got some really cool stuff on the way, so just stay tuned. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed. Say no to drugs and alcohol, and we will see you next time.
I hate AJ good. 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 Yeah, I love I hate AJ good. You need to put a mask on, mask on. I hate AJ goods, don't wanna ask for. Catch me fucking popping wheelies, driving like the NASCAR. Mask on, mask on, mask on, mask on. You might see him off in traffic, he be moving around. I hate AJ good, tag it